Early Morning, Chapter 6. A Miraculous Ladybug Fanfiction written and narrated by Mira Rose. Artwork by Cat Saturn Art on Instagram. You can find a link to Cat Saturn in the description box below, and if you haven't listened to the previous 5 chapters, you can find links to those in the description as well. If this is a welcome back and not a first time here, well then welcome back. Don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm. If you don't know what to comment, put Adrien the Guardian. Now then, please enjoy Early Morning, Chapter 6. Adrien Agrest, 4:37 a.m. Adrien sat in front of the small, opened jewelry box, the earrings inside staring at him like a fish in a dried-up creek. He sat, as unmoving as the cookie he'd placed in front of it, as the clock on the wall ticked the minutes by, second by second. Tick-tock, tick-tock. No luck? Plag's voice broke him out of melancholic serenity. No, he sighed. No, and I don't know how to undo the damage. She's sure taking her time. Plag landed on his shoulder. And Sugar Cube calls me lazy. Any ideas? As obnoxious and aloof as he could be, Iskwami instead sighed and hugged his cheek. I'll keep asking around. Don't cause trouble in that miraculous box. Who, me? Plag flew in front of him and slammed his arm into his chest. Never! An all too familiar ringtone caught his attention, and Adrien sighed. This was not a call he looked forward to anymore. Hello, Alya, Adrien said, swiping his phone screen to reveal her face. Hey! Alya cheered, her face dropping as she saw his. You look rough. You're the one who chose to FaceTime. Holding together? More or less. Alya pursed her lips and looked off screen, most likely exchanging glances with Nino. Still not going to tell her? She asked. What do you think? Adrien ran his fingers through his hair, the weight of the question settling under his eyes. She bit her lip and sighed. You... Her eyes flicked off screen again. You're the boss. Cop out. I'm not the one Ladybug entrusted with all of this. Yeah, he sighed. No one is. Silence ticked between them as the clock echoed. You texted me about our diary? Alya asked. Yeah. Do you have it? Yeah. Do you think we should... He couldn't bring himself to finish the question. The doctor doesn't think so. Because of the discrepancies? Yeah, it'll be hard for her to have mixed truths or whatever. Mixed truths, including her feelings for Adrien before he messed it all up. She said it herself. She doesn't want her current self to ever go through what she did. Protect Marinette Dupang Chang from becoming a superhero at all costs, Alya muttered. Honestly, Adrien knew he shouldn't say it aloud. Now that I'm the guardian, I get it. Yeah? Yeah. Having to be a guardian and team leader during a constant, ongoing crisis? I can't imagine it. I can't believe we didn't see it sooner. Both her and my father. I guess we're Team Oblivious, Alya joked, her voice soaked with melancholy. Yeah, It's not your fault, you know. I still should have... Adrien cut himself off with a sigh. It's on all of us. Yeah, maybe. Another silence fell between them like a guillotine, cutting off any potential to continue their conversation. Did you hear Chloe's going to pay for her college? He couldn't help but give a wry chuckle. Yeah, crazy. I'll say, I never saw something like that happening in any timeline. Any timeline. Yeah. They were in the wrong timeline, and the longer they were inside it, the more obvious it became. It wasn't supposed to be this way. It was never supposed to be this way. Rubbing his eyes, Adrien looked past his phone and at the miraculous box holding the ladybug earrings. If only Tiki were awake. This would all be easier. But she wasn't. She wasn't, and the Order of the Guardians wouldn't help him because they refused to acknowledge his legitimacy to the role. Oh, Ladybug. How could you leave things like this? Adrien shook the question out of his mind as Alya said something he couldn't catch. Sorry? He said. Why are you up this early? Couldn't sleep. Still fighting that insomnia? Something like that, yeah. How much did you get this week? 10 hours. Over the last 3 days? Adrien drew a breath. Over the last 5. His confession left her slack-jawed, but she knew better than to try and comfort him. Nino and I will swing by later this week, okay? Thanks, he said. It'll be good for Plague to have other Kwamis around again. You bet. Talk to you later, then. And Adrien? Yeah? Alya hesitated, her sentence lost between her chest and tongue. Don't do anything stupid. Of course not. He pressed his lips into a wry smile. I'm not Ladybug. He hung up before she could respond, slugging his phone away before slouching into his chair. Anger that simmered for months boiled under his lid. How could she do this? How could Ladybug just abandon everything and leave it up to... Adrien tasted blood and sat up, realizing he'd bit his lip. Great. Well, it's not like he had any shoots this week. His complexion wasn't doing so well, so his agent had him working on a long-term project, which really meant a vacation behind closed doors. He cracked the blinds to let the rising sun fall on the desk, the cookie and Miraculous wrapped in its warm glow. Despite everything, the sun continued to rise each morning. Despite everything, Adrien knew Ladybug would find a way to enjoy each day if she were in his position. But he couldn't. He couldn't handle everything the way she could. Oh, no, that's not true. He could see the slivers of golden lining. While these last few months were miserable at best, he'd also learned how to embrace the little moments like a hand-drawn Miyazaki animation. It was Ladybug's favorite part of him, or at least that's what she told him before it all went down. He was good at finding beauty in the mundane. But oh, Ladybug, finding beauty in the mundane isn't a challenge. He never would have pointed out flowers and sidewalk cracks and steam off of teacups if it meant she'd stayed. But it was too late. He was stuck in this cursed timeline and all its beauty. Cat Noir was the guardian, and Marinette was a quirky, Parisian teenage girl. No amount of mornings would change that. Sighing, Adrien turned his attention back to the jewelry box, praying to the miraculous for a sign and bringing it to his chest. This morning, the sun got to kiss a young man, a miraculous, and a cookie abandoned on the desk. But none of those things would ever know how beautiful the moment was until months later. Thank you so much for listening. Chapter 7 is on the way. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video to help support the creator. That's me. Hi, I'm Mira. If you don't know what to comment, put Cat Noir the Guardian. And if you'd like to further support this channel, you can join my Patreon at patreon.com/MiraRights. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!